Alright, hey everybody. I'm Armored Citizen. Looks like I get to do more today after all. We're gonna have an audition today for a show we're starting up. Um, Called the Shubin Chronicles. It's gonna be actually in this game. Um, but the audition has been delayed. So it's kinda cool. Get to play some more. I'm gonna continue my experimentation with racing all the ships. We've we've done the first five, and we're on to the first of the bigger ships, which is the Aegis Vanguard Warden. I'm racing these all on the same map, um, in a private match in a just a drone sim, so that there's not the people to interact with to mess you up. So I'm not trying to do anything extreme. I'm kind of trying to follow the same path with every single one, um, just to make sure that everything's as close to the same as absolutely possible. So I'm curious. This is the biggest ship I've done so far. Who knows how it's gonna do? So I do 3 laps. Typically the first lap I scrub, but I take the best time of those 3 laps. If I wreck, I will do another lap. If I wreck too much, I'll probably give up on the ship, just because I only have so much time. So if you have any questions, type them in. Remember that it takes me 30 seconds to actually, it takes 30 seconds for my response to get to you. So
Initiating Murray Cup practice simulation.
I'm doing this in coupled mode. If you're having trouble with racing, you're probably not in coupled mode.
1,
That's with
go.
the control cap lock key. You had to push it twice, typically. I am using afterburner and boost, which is the shift key and shift double tap. Oh my god,
Checkpoint.
I guess it's not that slow. Ooh, it does drift though. You know, the funny thing is it actually flies
Checkpoint.
better than the Gladius by quite a bit.
Checkpoint.
Like the ships this morning, it doesn't seem to have any limit to its
Checkpoint.
boost right now. Like, no fuel for it at all is showing up.
Checkpoint.
But other than the Gladius, the Aegis all seem to fly really well. This is kind of a slow ship overall, so we'll see.
Checkpoint.
But I think this is gonna beat the Gladius. It's gonna be crazy.
Lap complete.
Ooh, did it?
Checkpoint.
Can't look over there. I think it may have.
Checkpoint.
It's gonna blow it away this one for sure. If I can round this corner.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
Sweet. I mean, I definitely wouldn't race in this ship, but it's not bad. It doesn't feel like
Checkpoint.
it's as large as it is. There's a little bit of lag on that
Checkpoint.
that boost coming on, and it could be to do with I'm not getting any signal on that fuel at all. So it could just be that I'm out of fuel. So I'm gonna try on this last lap, I'm gonna try to conserve fuel and see how that handling does.
Lap complete. Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
That was a pretty decent lap. I don't think
Checkpoint.
I need to worry about speed so much. It just takes a little bit to kick in, it looks like here.
Checkpoint.
I'm sure there will be improvements to the system there.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
Oh! I think I just landed on that. So
Checkpoint.
I think I'm getting the idea of what's going on with that. So it has to slow back down to its primary
Checkpoint.
speed, it sounds like, before the boost will actually
Checkpoint.
do anything, which I suppose makes sense. That makes me wonder. So I owe one more lap because I ran into something.
Checkpoint.
I'm still hitting my speed, but it makes me wonder if I can
Lap complete.
e-brake.
Checkpoint.
Okay. Well,
Checkpoint.
that's a bummer.
For reintegration.
Alright. So that was without comp stab. But, you know, I don't think I'm going to do another lap because the
For reintegration.
first two laps were really, really good. So 1:19:46, we're going to call the time. And we're going to move on to the next ship. I'd have to take a second to type that into my system here. That was 1:19:46. Alright. You didn't used to have to back all the way out. That's new. Let's see what is next on the list. The Gladiator. All right. Oh, I have to export this every single time. All right, so here we go with the Gladiator.
Initiating Murray Cup practice simulation. 3, 2, 1, go. Checkpoint.
Oh, so this is slow. This is like flying a space van. And like not just any. Oh, apparently it's tall too. That was unexpected. This is like the VW bus
Checkpoint.
of space fans. It's so ridiculously slow. 265.
Checkpoint.
It just feels like I'm not moving at all. Like, this is with boost off on, by the way. This is...
Checkpoint.
The normal speed is 175. Which just... And it actually slides a little bit at 175, but it's not horrible.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
Alright, here we go.
Checkpoint.
What the hell? That was weird.
For reintegration.
It like pulled. I must have hit Q. That was my bad, I'm sure. Sometimes I hit Q, which is the strafe rather than W. Oh no, it's going slightly sideways on its own there.
Lap complete.
It seems to pull
Checkpoint.
a little bit to the left while oh dang, I'm gonna have to redo this. I forgot to put my comms tab back on.
Checkpoint.
It handles completely different without comms tab on. I mean, we're not going to break any land speed records anyway, but I want to give it its fair
Checkpoint.
limelight.
Checkpoint.
I feel like I'm a grandmother on a road trip right now, just kind of moseying my way.
Checkpoint.
Just kind of getting there when I get there.
Checkpoint.
Occasionally driving on the shoulder of the road. Not because I mean to, but just because, you know, I'm
Checkpoint.
enjoying the scenery because I'm driving so slow.
Checkpoint.
Alright. Oh, see that? That's so weird.
Checkpoint.
It does that, on that one turn, it boosts itself to the left.
Complete.
What was that? 151?
Checkpoint.
That's funny. Well, now I can see why not a lot of people fly this.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
Alright. Oh, I am actually
Checkpoint.
getting, oh god. That was just a mistake.
For reintegration.
I was looking at the fact that I was actually getting fuel consumed on this. So this is one of few ships. I thought that maybe they were doing the fuel consumption thing because it was, based off of the speed of the ship to kind of equalize everything
Checkpoint.
because it's a race. But that is not the case. It is in fact just
Checkpoint.
glitched out. Oh.
For reintegration.
I can never remember to turn comms tab mode back on. It is just beyond my ability to remember to turn comms tab back on. Like, the problem is too, is it flies exactly the same until you try to turn. it's like,
Checkpoint.
oh yeah. Surprised I didn't hit those. Must have just barely gone in between.
Checkpoint.
So this is a two-seater too. So this is kind of actually how I expected
Complete.
the
Checkpoint.
which one was it? The other two-seater that I just flew. Anyway, you get the idea. The Warden.
Checkpoint.
This is totally how I expected the Warden to fly. But it didn't. It flew great. Oh, I'm pushing this thing as hard as it can go. Which isn't very hard. Alright, anyway.
Checkpoint.
I'm sure everybody's thinking she said jokes after that, but you know, it's not appropriate. Alright.
Checkpoint.
Boop-a-doo-doo.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
It doesn't seem to take any of your momentum at all to spin,
Checkpoint.
which is nice too. Giving it everything I've got, Captain.
Lap complete.
Okay, we're calling it. We're calling it.
Checkpoint.
It's not ever going to be the fastest ship. We know that. 1:46.25 is its best lap. So I'm going to log that. 1:46.25. Yep, that's what it is. Holy crap, that's a slow ship. That was the Gladiator. Hop in our next ship. Alright. And both of these Hornets are exactly the same. I just have a extra one. So we're gonna start with the S7C. Ignore the -1, that's not actually part of the thing. F7C. Cool. Okay, I swear next time I run that I'm gonna actually save it. So I don't have to keep taking so long. Keep an eye on the dev tracker today too, because I think we might get a patch. It's only ever this quiet when a patch is being worked on, normally. Or something is being worked on. Maybe they're just all out partying. But the last update was 22 hours ago. And normally they do a ton.
Simulation.
Okay, so this is the F7C.
3, 2, 1, go.
And forgive me if you're here. I can't look at the
Checkpoint.
deal yet. So this is flying decent. Flying much better than the Gladius. Not quite as fluid as the Saber. 325 is okay.
Checkpoint.
Top speed. I'll do a better lap than this. It's got a little bit of shake on the booster.
Checkpoint.
It is consuming fuel, I noticed. So this is right on par with the Avengers that we flew earlier.
Checkpoint.
In my eyes, it feels very similar to the Avenger.
Checkpoint.
But I believe the Avenger had infinite boosts.
Checkpoint. Lap complete.
So yeah, 130. Pretty comparable so far to the Avenger.
Checkpoint.
You know, a bit slower, of course, on that first lap. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to touch the Avenger's time, just simply because we were boosting almost the whole time with the Avenger, actually. So I am pretty much able to boost. Most of the time.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
As I said, I don't have the window open, so if you're typing anything, I'll get the window back open for this next round. Thanks for watching. This is the Hornet F7C that we're speed testing. That's just your base model of the Hornet. It's also the one that you get as a bonus to your constellation.
Checkpoint.
Because your constellation can't. Well, and the to your constellation, and you get one, I believe, for the freelancer, because you also can't use that in any of the arena any of the arena commanders. You can't use those. So unfortunately, we won't be able to test the speed on those today.
Checkpoint.
But they would be so slow, it would be miserable anyway. So. Okay, I gotta leave myself some boost.
Checkpoint.
On the on-screen display there, up in the upper left, that's the boost fuel that I'm looking at. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
Alright, and that's lap 3. Cool.
Checkpoint.
So, you know, it felt a lot faster than it was. Best time was 127, which doesn't really put it as competing at all. 127.84. But you know, it felt good. It's funny, it felt much better than the Gladius. But you know, when I do think about it, it was much slower, and actually that puts that as our second slowest ship, which makes sense because it's heavily armed and it's the base model, so you know, it makes a lot of sense that it would come in right about where it did. Alright, electronic access and arena commander. What's next? Okay, F7CM. Alright, put that in here. Okay, so I said I was going to make an action here. So I'm going to do that. Actions. That's funny, it spawned my actions all the way over here. Alright. So, let's try this. So we'll click on that, we'll go File, Save As, PNG, Save over Scoreboard, Save, Yes. Okay. And stop the action. So that should work now. We shall see. Cool. Okay, so we're going to flight test the Hornet F7CM. M, in my mind, always stands for more, but I don't know what the hell it stands for, actually.
All systems online.
Initiating Murray Cup practice simulation.
I'd like to get this all
3, 2,
flown here.
1, go.
Landing gear raised.
Checkpoint.
Okay. So this one has consumption of fuel. It's not bugged. It's not in comms tab mode, so I'm gonna attempt to get straightened out here. And then switching into comms tab.
Checkpoint.
I'm getting good enough at flying now that I can actually not die immediately. Yeah, I'm gonna stay up here.
Checkpoint.
The other thing I notice is that there's heavy fuel consumption of
Checkpoint.
boost fuel going on
Checkpoint.
right here.
Checkpoint.
And one thing I haven't done at all, just because I wanted it to be an even playing field and I knew I'd forget, I haven't put any
Checkpoint.
extra power into the engines, which would make that regen happen much
Complete.
faster.
Checkpoint.
So, if this lap goes smooth, I'll do that since we're looking
Checkpoint.
at a hella slow time on this one.
Checkpoint.
Gonna try to cut it low like I was doing on the other ships now.
Checkpoint.
Ah, crap. Oh, I know what I've been doing wrong. Okay, I'll correct it this one.
Checkpoint.
I thought I was gonna run right into the top of that.
Checkpoint.
The Gladiator has a little turret back behind, which
Checkpoint.
I didn't really show you guys. That's why it kept hitting on those top things, though, is that turret's
Checkpoint.
just sticking up. Alright. So I want to make sure, and I want to log this time before do it.
Lap complete.
138. I'm doing this one last lap
Checkpoint.
like I should. And then I'll increase the
Checkpoint.
power and see what it does, because I do feel like in this ship that could really be the difference, especially where the other ones are getting potentially infinite fuel
Checkpoint.
compared to this one that is definitely not. I'm curious to see how much faster that makes
Checkpoint.
that boost go up. That was really sloppy. But, you know, it's really not going to make that much of a difference in this ship because it's going so slow. You can be sloppy.
Checkpoint.
I think what we have determined is that this is much slower than the base model.
Checkpoint.
Much, much slower than the base model.
Checkpoint.
I'm not really sure how their calculations work on that.
Checkpoint.
Perhaps that's that other shield generator. But to me it seems like it's just because the boost is gone. Absolutely gone.
Checkpoint.
Alright, so now we're going to do one extra lap on this one, and I'm going to increase
Lap complete.
the engines to full and everything else to 0.
Checkpoint.
So
Checkpoint.
engines don't increase the actual speed of your craft at all. It just simply, you can see that fuel
Checkpoint.
raising probably 3 times faster now. Maybe twice as fast. Should be 3 times
Checkpoint.
faster. Gotta get, I should be keeping that
Checkpoint.
boost around 25% to really be able to pull out of things, but this one isn't that fast, so it doesn't really matter.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
138.95. 93 is the real fast speed.
Lap complete.
So that one was faster, but that one was with full engines. So the real time is 138.93. So I'm gonna log that one. That must have been 93? Oh yeah, it's hundredths of a second. Yeah. Save it. And I'm gonna try playing this and see if it works. Okay, now I gotta wait for a second to see if it actually applies. Nope, that didn't work at all. Well, shit. Maybe if I'm in here, let's try this. That's weird. 138.93. Oh, that's funny. It just deletes the. Just deletes that? What the hell? 38.93. So maybe I need to be. Maybe I just need to be out here. So just delete that one. Record a new save log. File. Save as. PNG. Scoreboard. Save. Yes. Whoops. Let's try this again. Alright, let's see if this works now. We'll just change that to 94 and hit play. And it didn't do it. Oh well, looks like I'm gonna have to do it myself. Alright, anyway. Nope, I don't want to go to hangar. I want to go back to the main menu. We're moving on. Moving on up. You do these so many times that you just kind of start to space out. F7CR tracker. So if I'm right, this one should be pretty decent. The tracker should be a slightly faster ship. That's a bummer. That doesn't fit. Okay. Give it one more space for good measure. Okay, weird. Cool. And I'll need to maybe adjust this. No, actually looks pretty good. Okay. And here we go, the Anvil Hornet F7CR tracker. Speed test.
Anvil Aerospace. All systems online.
If I could change anything about
Initiating
the
maritime practice
anvils
simulation.
just in general, I would change the color of their
2, 1.
HUD.
Landing
I
gear.
don't
Freeze.
like that color. Okay, so this one's a little faster.
Checkpoint.
This one's a lot faster.
Checkpoint.
Yeah,
Checkpoint.
this one feels way better. It's
Checkpoint.
kind of got the same like slow drain engine issue as the other one, but or slow charge engine issue. Yeah, and I noticed the rotation.
Checkpoint.
Like if you flap your wings, it's got a little bit to be desired. Kind of speeds up at a weird curve,
Checkpoint.
but it's not too bad.
Checkpoint.
Like nothing so far has been anywhere near as bad as the Gladius,
Checkpoint.
which is a bummer because you know I own that ship. So well,
Checkpoint.
I earned it from people like you guys using my code,
Lap complete.
so I thank you for it.
Checkpoint.
Sweet.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
That was a pretty good lap. I don't know how much faster I'm gonna get on it. Probably get a little bit faster just because of that starting blocks. Kind of always starts you out slow.
Checkpoint.
That's what happens when you run out of fuel.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
There's other more complicated
Checkpoint.
maps to do this on, but this is the shortest, or the quickest, I guess I should say. So I've chose to do it on
Checkpoint.
this map for now.
Lap complete. Checkpoint.
Didn't really
Checkpoint.
look at that lap time.
Checkpoint.
Yeah, you just can't use your
Checkpoint.
afterburner as much on this. You can use your boost, but we're going up. But you can't use your afterburner.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
I'm gonna do one
Checkpoint.
more lap because I really haven't had a super clean one yet. I think we can get a little bit more out of this ship
Checkpoint.
than I have.
Lap complete. Checkpoint. 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 Checkpoint.
See if I have enough here.
Checkpoint.
It just takes a little bit is all to get you around that corner.
Checkpoint.
Again, I'm not trying to cut corners. I'm not necessarily trying to take the fastest route. I'm just trying to take the same route to get us the best possible speeds of this ship in comparison to the other ships. So I know you're probably, a lot of you are cringing at the lines that I'm taking, but there's a method to it. There's a reason.
Lap complete.
Alright, so yeah, I was confident in that one. That's about the same as the other ships as far as overall. So 125.31. Oh shoot. I open Premiere. 35.21. Cool. Getting a lot faster saving. Alright, so now we are going back to the main menu. And moving on to, I believe, the Ghost. Yep. F7CS Ghost. And I put that in, and I'm gonna launch it, and as I do, I'm gonna go grab some grub real quick, and then it'll only take me a second.
Anvil Aerospace. All systems online.
Alright, I'm gonna be really satisfied if I can get through all these cookies. See, you thought I was gonna say aircraft, but no, I want to eat all these Girl Scout cookies. Where should I set that? I should not set that. Hell with it. Hell with it. No, but for real, I'll be really happy if I can get through all these planes.
Initiate
Spacecraft, that
America
is.
practice simulation. 3, 2, 1, go.
Landing gear raised.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
This one flies quite nice.
Checkpoint.
Once I remember to turn comms tab back on. Flies much like the tracker.
Checkpoint.
Feels almost exactly the same. It's still got those big wings out there. The thing I always forget on these is that you don't actually have to push the throttle. Your throttle is where it's at. I never really slow down.
Checkpoint.
And you don't really have to push it, which may be why I'm having so much trouble with the boost doing its thing right. It's because it has 2 keys pressed.
Checkpoint. Lab complete. Checkpoint.
This will be a better lap right here.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
I guess we're going up. I did actually try to go down on that, but
Checkpoint.
this is a pretty cool ship. This is the stealth version of the, well, stealthy
Checkpoint.
version. Just has a lower signature on radar
Checkpoint.
than the other Hornets.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint. Lab complete.
Yeah, that wasn't really any better at all.
Checkpoint. 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 Checkpoint.
juice back up to make this corner. Should be able to.
Checkpoint. 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 Checkpoint.
Ooh, I thought I was gonna freeze.
Checkpoint. Lap complete.
Alright. So that's our time. 1:26:69. Alright. On to the next ship. It's pretty insightful, actually. It's a good, good way to go about things. I think I would love to do this again, but you know, free flies only happen every so often. Okay, we're on to the Mustang Alpha. We're getting a good way through these. I didn't think I would make it through half of these.
Your journey begins now. All systems
Initiating
operational.
Murray Cup practice simulation. 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
Just right off the bat, this is a much
Checkpoint.
more nimble feeling ship. You know, and
Checkpoint.
perhaps that's just because of... Wow, that was interesting. Just dropped. Huh. I wonder if some of those little things have gravity on them and that's what's affecting them.
Checkpoint.
Oh well, that's why we do more than one lap.
Checkpoint. 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 Checkpoint.
Cool.
Lap complete.
So,
Checkpoint.
definitely be able to get faster than that on this ship.
Checkpoint.
A little bit, it's a little bit slow on the
Checkpoint.
afterburner there. Or on the boost, sorry, not
Checkpoint.
afterburner.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
You get close to those and like,
Checkpoint.
one of those people that moves with my controller, even though I know it doesn't help, I still do it.
Checkpoint. Lap complete.
So that's not bad.
Checkpoint.
Now this is a fighter. That's another thing to remember about this. This is not a ship that's made
Checkpoint.
to go super fast by any means. It's just it is like almost the bottom of the line. I'd say the Aurora is the bottom of the line as far as fighters go. Oh, I used a lot of boost there. See if I can get it back.
Checkpoint.
Well, if I don't hit anything, this will be a pretty fast time for this aircraft.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
So
Checkpoint.
this will be it for this one.
Lap complete.
Alright.
Checkpoint.
So not super fast, but not super slow. 1:22:11. That puts it solid on our board in front of the Gladius. I guess that Gladius really was fast. You know, that's something that you like seeing in this. 1:22. I can't remember what the last was. 11. Okay, and this will be the Mustang. Moving on. All I'm thinking about is cookies. should, oh yeah, there it goes. Now we're testing the Mustang Beta. This one should have a bigger engine on it. This is the version that has the bed and the extra cargo space, so it could potentially be heavier. I imagine it's going to perform pretty close to the same or faster because it doesn't have the weapons on it, so we'll see.
3, 2, 1, go.
230
Checkpoint.
top speed.
Checkpoint.
Seems to handle pretty similar. It feels like it might slide a little bit less. I'm gonna have to check their weights on the site and see what this real deal is. But you notice it up and down that it seems to just handle better straight up.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
Curious to see if the time reflects the way this feels.
Checkpoint.
I don't know, maybe it has a bigger power plant because it seems to really regenerate those engines faster. Yeah, this one's gonna be faster.
Checkpoint.
Because that was that initial lap there.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
Yeah, it seems to have more maneuverability, so it's really been a surprise to me.
Checkpoint.
Just ship to ship, even within the same class of ship or brand of ship,
Checkpoint.
just how different they handle. I don't know whether that's a goof on the side of the people programming this, or if that's actually how it's supposed to be. But it is the case for sure.
Checkpoint. Lap complete.
And final lap.
Checkpoint.
I'm gonna have to go watch the replay and see if it's indeed going faster, what the max speed of that other one was.
Checkpoint.
I think that slowed me down a lot just there. Now wait till you see some of the racers though.
Checkpoint.
This is a slow lap. I've actually finished one of these laps or one of these 3-lap runs in under
Checkpoint.
under 3,
Checkpoint.
I think. I think it was like 250 or something like that.
Checkpoint.
Just moving.
Lap complete.
All right. So best time was 1:20:21. which puts it, you know, right about where the Mustang Alpha was. When I'm all done with this, I'll make a list of all the ships and I'll put them in order based on the time rather than just ship name. I can't remember which the delta is as far as what it's made to do. All right.
Initiating Murray Cup practice simulation.
I
3,
think this might be a racing ship.
1, go.
225, so it's not a racing ship.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
I need to check on what the heck this is for.
Checkpoint.
The Delta.
Checkpoint.
Seems to have a little bit of a reinforced cockpit, which would make me think that maybe it's a little bit of a souped up.
Checkpoint.
Oh man. Well, there goes the point of this race. Apparently it doesn't have a
Checkpoint.
I'm gonna destroy the ship just because I've lost a wing already, and I'm sure that's not great for it.
Checkpoint. Stand by for reintegration.
Failure imminent. Welcome.
Cool.
All systems operational.
Checkpoint.
Cool, so we'll scrub that first lap, start counting it on the next lap.
Checkpoint. Lap complete. Checkpoint.
It feels heavier, so whatever this thing is, it is a heavier
Checkpoint.
version. I feel like it's the combat version, which would totally make sense with the additional
Checkpoint.
cabin struts there.
Checkpoint.
Landing
God,
complete. Launch complete.
what in the hell is happening to me? So you go straight down there, just drop suddenly?
Checkpoint.
Hmm.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
So actually it doesn't seem to be affecting the handling
Checkpoint.
whatsoever, not having that strut. So I'm gonna just keep going.
Checkpoint.
You know, there's just some enjoyable ships and there's some that aren't.
Lap complete. Checkpoint.
This just feels a little bit cumbersome on the
Checkpoint.
corners.
Checkpoint.
I just did as I turned the turret lock on.
Checkpoint.
In an effort to make it feel a little bit more flyable. This is just responding weird, and I think it's a leg thing more than anything else. Seems to be working fine now.
Checkpoint.
Turret lock is control G. I've assigned it to the number pad 0 key since that didn't have anything set to it.
Checkpoint.
Alright. Do one more lap. Just to make sure and give this thing a fair go.
Checkpoint.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure now that this is the military version of this ship. The color would be right too.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
But compared to the other two that we've flew so far, this one feels far heavier. It feels a lot like flying one of the Hornets, but a little,
Checkpoint.
I don't know, it just kind of floats around a little bit more. Like, it feels lighter than the Hornets, but it doesn't feel faster than the Hornets. Like, it handles about the same, but feels lighter.
Complete.
24:36.
Checkpoint.
1:24:36. That's what we're gonna call our time. Alright, and now I think we hit the Gamma, which is our first actual racing ship. just talking about the concept sale in the Lando's talking about the concept sale, clarifying that this is a ship which on paper's design is finished, meaning the general write-up for what it is and what it's supposed to do is complete, and that is given to the concept artist after days, weeks of feedback and revisions. The final concept is accepted and agreed upon by relevant stakeholders. At this point, we put the ship up for concept sale. This is the first iteration of the ship before our vehicle and technical artists have begun to build it, and before it continues to be further developed. The concept sale is your first chance to pledge for the ship. It will not generally be the last time, and of course these ships can be acquired via time and effort in the finished game. Purchasing concept ship are just one more way to support the continued development of Star Citizen. And you can also get LTI, which is why I want one. Okay, I think we're on the Gamma. I'm gonna check out the Gamma here. Let's see which one it actually is. So the Gamma is racing. Beta was touring and exploration. Delta was the fighter, like we thought. So the Gamma and the Omega are both racing ships. So we're in the first of the actual racing bunch now. So this is gonna knock my socks off because it's gonna be so much faster, I think.
3, 2, 1, go.
Holy crap.
Checkpoint.
Yep. This handles great.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
Look how much boost I have on this thing.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
Come on.
Checkpoint.
Oh. Where am I?
Checkpoint.
Oh, that was dumb. I knew I was gonna hit that.
Checkpoint.
Nope, I mean I'll backspace this thing because it's handling worse. Sorry guys. I don't want to cross that line before it self-destructs.
Stand by for reintegration. Checkpoint.
Alright, anyway.
Lap.
We scrubbed the first one anyway. Look at that, it was still faster than some of the other ships.
Checkpoint.
Ah, gosh dang it. Come on. Oh, man. It seems to have decided that it doesn't want to fly anymore. Oh, there we go. Alright.
Checkpoint.
I'm gonna go ahead and self-destruct this guy so that I can...
Stand by for reintegration.
Went ahead and turned the
Checkpoint.
put it in the other mode too, so I'm not seeing that circle all around my screen.
Checkpoint.
Again, that's just turning off the gimbal.
Checkpoint. 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 Lap complete. Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
The interesting things that seems to be happening here with this is that it
Checkpoint.
it seems to actually hurt you in a couple ways because you're going so fast that things don't spawn in right away. So you really have to be careful
Checkpoint.
not to hit things, and you have to know where you're going or you'll black out.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint. Lap complete.
That was a
Checkpoint.
quick lap.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
See how fast I can actually do this. So I'm definitely not using the full potential of
Checkpoint.
these boosts.
Checkpoint. 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 Checkpoint.
There we go.
Checkpoint.
Don't think I'm gonna get much better than that.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
Or maybe I will. We will see. This is the final lap.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
Uh-oh, that's a blackout. That'll kill my time. Those blackouts are far too long.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
I'm gonna do one more
Complete.
because I think
Checkpoint.
I can actually get a faster
Checkpoint.
time than that.
Checkpoint.
I think this has more in it than I've been showing you,
Checkpoint.
and I want to be fair to it. Especially since this is an actual racers one, and so they're going to be
Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
well,
Checkpoint.
looks like they're
Checkpoint.
still going to be judging me because this wasn't ideal, but I'm going to have to call it at the end of this one. Gets you the rough idea.
Complete.
59:36. So, that one's fast. That one's real fast. Ah, why do I always click hanger? All right. And the Omega. So the Omega is also a racing one, just a different colored racing one. All right. Hey, welcome. I'm testing out all the ships in the race course here.
America practice simulation.
We're all the way down to the Mustang Omega.
3, 2,
Not necessarily going for the fastest point to point. I'm going for consistency. So I'm doing the fastest lap time on
checkpoint.
out of 3 non-rec races, trying to match
Checkpoint.
as best as I can the same paths through everything.
Checkpoint.
So this is the Omega.
Checkpoint.
I'm testing everything, not just racing ships. And just doing it in order that they show up in the computer. This one's cool. It feels very similar
Checkpoint.
to the other ship. Oh, don't back out, come on.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
Very, very similar to the other ship. Lots of boost, lots of afterburner.
Checkpoint. Lap complete. Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
Oh, my bad, guys. Reset it so I have a fresh ship.
Stand by for reintegration.
Okay, so this lap will just be a. Oh man. You know,
Stand by for reintegration.
I wish they would make comms tab the default. If you're not flying in comms tab, you really can't do these well. You'll just slide all over the place.
Checkpoint. 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 Checkpoint.
Okay. Again, this one didn't count. We're
Checkpoint.
going for the next one.
Lap complete.
Let's see if
Checkpoint.
I can manage to do this
Checkpoint.
right. There we go. It's kind of close. Let's
Checkpoint.
get that up to speed.
Checkpoint. 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 Checkpoint.
Alright, so that was a good one.
Lap complete.
57:36. So that's the fastest so far.
Checkpoint. 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 Checkpoint.
Huh,
Stand by
that was weird.
integration.
I must have run low on thruster fuel without knowing it.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
Kind of randomly drifts sometimes, it looks like,
Checkpoint.
or feels like. So we'll do one more good lap here, because I feel like we got an excellent lap out of the one. And then we'll move on to the next ship.
Checkpoint.
Sweet.
Checkpoint.
It's impossible not to get into this. Like, lean with it and everything for me. Alright, 72 still.
Checkpoint.
Okay. Gonna keep it under control this time.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
Oh, see, that's what's doing it. I keep being so tempted to push the W key constantly, but you don't need to because it's
Checkpoint.
just your throttle. It's not a thruster.
Complete.
Okay. Anyway.
Checkpoint.
$57.36. Log it here. Drone sim. This one's gonna take me just a second longer because I'm gonna have to expand my little notepad here. Zavandal Scythe. What's the other vandal? Oh man, there's a lot of these. Okay. All right. Well, this should be interesting. This should be really interesting. I don't know if I'm gonna make it through all these or not. How cool is this though? I gotta show you guys this one. Anyway, it's awesome. Okay, and let's go.
Initiating Murray Cup practice simulation. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh wow, this thing's fast.
Checkpoint.
Oh man,
Checkpoint.
it's also really, really hard to fly. We're gonna reset it here. It's gonna take me a little bit to learn how to fly this thing. I have not flown it before.
Checkpoint.
Well, I'm glad the beeping stopped.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
Hmm.
Checkpoint.
I just have no idea. I can barely see that red with it all shaking around and everything like that. God.
Wrong direction. Wrong direction. Lap complete. Checkpoint.
If I can get one good complete lap on this, I'm gonna feel super happy.
Checkpoint.
What in the heck is happening there? This thing does not handle well. Shh. It just doesn't. It doesn't do anything right. Up doesn't always go up.
Checkpoint.
Huh. I'm gonna try flying it. Oh man.
Checkpoint.
So I think this craft may have some issues. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do a race in this craft. We'll see. I think it might be a little bit bugged out. Long story short, it could potentially be a good craft eventually, but
Checkpoint.
it isn't right now.
Checkpoint.
I'm gonna try just see what's going on there. It's just floating all over the damn place. Yeah. I don't want to give myself a did not finish. But I don't know that I can do it. I don't know. Alright, okay. We'll see. Okay, I'm gonna try not doing comms tab and see if
Complete.
maybe it just can't fly in
Checkpoint.
comms tab mode.
Checkpoint.
Oh man, God, it just like goes down suddenly. So I deem this craft unflyable. But I'm gonna keep trying. I'm gonna see if I can get a lap in this. This is the captured vandal scythe, and I don't know what the trick is. If anybody watching knows what the trick is to this craft, feel free, let me know. Because it is hard. And you can see the list of ships that I've already flown on the right side of the screen. It's not a matter of experience. This is just like the most ridiculous ship.
Checkpoint.
Oh man, now we're gonna have to... Okay. I'm not gonna use any boosts. I'm just gonna try to do one solid lap in this ship. Okay, slowing down.
Checkpoint.
I'm gonna go under the sign because there's no way it's gonna stop. Let's see if I can do this. It just like surges around. You see it shaking there. I'm not moving my cursor around other than to compensate for it. Okay, come on, come on. Oh, come on. Oh, I'm alive. Okay. Okay.
Checkpoint.
Jeez. This is ridiculous.
Checkpoint.
I'm gonna try one more lap since I'm kind of getting it here. See if I can get a
Complete.
general
Checkpoint.
speed.
Checkpoint.
Okay. See, and then it just kind of drops out of the sky occasionally. Oh man.
Checkpoint.
Alright, well, I'm having a little bit of better luck
Checkpoint.
trying to, oh man, I knew that was gonna happen. Dang it. Oh, maybe with that side gone, it'll help me out.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
You know what? We're gonna call that 213. That's what it deserves. What was it? 213.74. You can do it faster than that, I'm sure, but I can't. So it's getting a crappy score. Putting a little glitch note on there just to keep people happy. All right. I am happy to be done with that ship. Holy crap. That was miserable. This one's gonna be miserable too. This is probably one of the harder ships to fly right now, just because the rotation is all broken. They're trying to do a thing with it where it actually flies based off of which direction the side thrusters are facing, but it won't unless they're facing in that direction, and so it, as it turns out, doesn't work very well. But at least I'm getting these out of the way at the same time. Hopefully, flight is better than that last horrible experience.
Initiating Murray Cup practice simulation. 3, 2, 1, go.
Landing gear up.
It already feels better, but maybe it's just because it's slow. Actually, that doesn't feel bad at all. Whoa, until you hit the thrust. Okay, so the thrust isn't usable. You see it spin me. That's kind of funny.
Checkpoint.
It's supposed to help you to... So this one is. Like, that works fine.
Checkpoint.
Oh.
System is offline.
There's also no HUD I'm noticing.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
That's
Checkpoint.
kind of crazy. See, it throws me around like that.
Checkpoint.
I think that's because those are. It's got to be because those are glitching out.
Lap complete. Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
Oh, see, that's what happens when I try to hit that booster. Just doesn't do much of anything at all.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
It's okay, I'm getting a little bit of a connection issue, eh?
Checkpoint.
This one's not bad if you just don't touch the booster.
Checkpoint.
Booster is broken on this ship completely. 100% broken.
Checkpoint.
But I have heard talk. I know people are requesting every time
Checkpoint.
the revision of this ship. So I'm guessing that's already been on the cutting board for a while to chop it up
Checkpoint.
and make it better.
Lap complete.
148.27.
Checkpoint.
We'll do one more lap with it just for kicks. Maybe we can get this, maybe by going wide, we can get it to stay in gear. Or not. I didn't hit that. That is actually just the
Checkpoint.
ship glitching out.
Checkpoint.
So my new thoughts on things is that you go as fast as you can reliably fly the ship. So I'm not going to fly these things on the edge, which I haven't been really doing, other than perhaps the actual racing ships. But they felt comfortable on the edge, so I'm pretty confident in that. This one, no way. No way.
Checkpoint.
This is as fast as you can take this ship.
Checkpoint.
Within the bouts of reasonable crash
Checkpoint.
percentages. Like if you're out in space, you're not going to be flying any of the, you're not going to be using the boosters because you blow yourself up and then you'll have to replace your ship.
Lap complete.
Alright, so we're going to call it at that. 146.30. Alright. that is showing up, right? Yeah, okay, cool. Go back to the ship menu, get a new ship. I got a bunch of Merlins. Oh, I can get the freelancer in here. That's cool. Wait, what else can I get in here? Freelancer. Okay, that's as big as I can get. Well, that'll be fun. So, P52 Merlin. That's what's up next. The one is just because I have multiple of them. For whatever reason. I don't know why I have multiple of them actually. That's kind of weird. Oh, okay. Because it gave me a... It's because the ship I currently have isn't available, but it is hangar ready, so it has a Merlin with it, and then the replacement ship that they gave me to fly until that is ready also has a Merlin with it. So I end up with 2. And then it's also a free fly weekend, so I end up with 3. Alright, so this is the Merlin. This is a short range defensive fighter that's made just to tack on to racer and fighter. That's made to just come with a ship. So it comes with a Connie. It has fuel that runs out, I've heard.
Murray Cup practice simulation.
And it doesn't have any flight
3,
modes
2,
whatsoever.
1.
Maybe.
Go.
Oh, there we go. It does. Sweet. It's just on the left there. Mach speed?
Checkpoint.
What the crap is Mach speed?
Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
I'm gonna have to check what this Mach speed is.
Checkpoint.
So you can see the fuel quantity there going down. So that's obviously a problem in a race scenario. I'm curious if it's gonna reset when I hit the end of this or not. But I'm really curious to see what Mach speed is. This is fun. This is a clean flying little ship.
Checkpoint.
So I'm gonna go
Lap.
my 2 more of these. Oh yeah, so no more fuel.
Checkpoint.
Interesting. So that's a real downer on this ship, huh? So it's basically what you got here. So it must not have a power plant in it at all. It's just purely a fuel burning ship.
Checkpoint.
Man, that kind of kills its exploration usability.
Checkpoint.
So, given the limited fuel, I think I'm gonna call it after this lap if it continues to be good.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
I'm gonna see if I can hit Mach speed.
Lap complete. Checkpoint.
Okay.
Checkpoint.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna stop here for a second and I'm gonna see what the heck I do. Oh, match speed. I was reading that as Mach speed.
Checkpoint.
I was like, sweet. This thing can get going crazy fast. Well, now that I've done that, I should,
Checkpoint.
I'm gonna self-destruct it and get some more fuel. I won't use any yet. This is fun. This is a cool feeling ship to fly, I gotta say.
Checkpoint.
This is gonna feel awesome, like planet side. This feels kind of like it was designed for this particular map here.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
Oh yes. It's like, what's going on? Yeah, handle's great. Like, I honestly
Checkpoint.
didn't even notice that comms tab was off.
Lap complete. Checkpoint. 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 Checkpoint.
So I'm also noticing that this is not actually a throttle necessarily. Like if I let go of it, it slows down.
Checkpoint.
So it is simply a booster.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
And it does work ever so slightly even without fuel.
Checkpoint.
Like it says 0, but it's still doing stuff. So anyway, 116.03, we'll call that. It's a pretty decent time. What does that put it? Puts it 4th or so. But it really doesn't show its true ability because, you know, it just runs out of that fuel. So I honestly felt like it was faster a little bit than the Avengers. Definitely had nothing on the racing ships. Definitely nothing. So we just did the P-52. What's next? Haha, the polar opposite, the freelancer. So this was a fast ship until 2.2.2, and now it is not. Like, not even kind of. But we will still fly it. Because just updating the scoreboard there. Alright, this should be interesting because there's also like
Initiating Murray Cup practice simulation.
no visibility in this ship.
3, 2, 1, go.
And nothing happens. Alright. It's also going to be hard to fit through these holes. I'm going to have to
Checkpoint.
center this thing like perfectly.
Checkpoint.
Little bit of drift, maybe, yeah. Oh man, what's gonna happen if those things go down like that?
Checkpoint.
Like, I don't know if I can fit through that hole. This is a big ship.
Checkpoint.
Hello? That was interesting. It must be the comms tab stopping my G's. I don't know. You wouldn't think it would actually completely stop me, but you never know. This is a big ship.
Checkpoint.
Excuse me. I need more coffee.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
You know, for being big in lumbering, it's at least a pleasure to fly.
Checkpoint.
Whoa. But yeah, if you
Checkpoint.
get that speed up there, it drifts.
Lap complete.
158.
Checkpoint.
That's funny. Yeah, it's got big old wings out there, so I gotta be careful.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
Oh, that's a weird error. It actually started going backwards. Hmm.
Checkpoint.
Guess I'm gonna have to report some of these glitches to you.
Checkpoint.
I think 2 on this is enough. If anybody really wants me to do 3 on this ship for some crazy reason, well, you know, tough. I was gonna say I'd do it, but I don't want to. It
Checkpoint.
takes forever. Alright, let's see if I can at least improve the time here. 153.88.
Checkpoint.
153.88. All right, and I think we're on to the 300 series. Man, I don't know why I wasn't thinking about there being so many ships, but there's a lot of ships. And there's more coming. If you ever feel like there's not enough ships, go and try to fly 3 laps with every one of them in the drone sim. And laps that you wreck don't count. Alright. 300i. What do we got left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 ships left. So I may not finish them all. Hey, how's it going, Hershey? Forgive me if that's been there for a while and I missed it. Looks like it has. Takes 30 seconds. Takes 30 seconds. Okay, so let's see. What am I in? I'm in the 300i. I'm just gonna take a quick second here before I do anything. If I can get it down to like 10 ships, that'd be nice. That way I can finish it up on Thursday. A little bit. Star map is on sale. Yep, I'm awake. I'm streaming. I don't know how much more I can do though. I think I might. Actually, what are you up to? What are you thinking? What's that? Okay. Yeah, I'll take a little bit of a break from streaming because, yeah, it's a good time to do that. Actually, I'm gonna do this last ship and then I'll stop streaming for a little while.
Initiating.
No,
Cup
but
practice
I just wanna.
simulation.
I'm doing 2 things at once. I'm
3,
just streaming because I'm doing
2,
something else. I'm
1. Go.
flight testing all these. Oh, can you get that for me?
Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
Oh, this flies nice.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
This reminds me that it's actually fun to fly again. Thank you. I know. Yeah. It's my credit card.
Checkpoint. 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 Lab complete. Checkpoint.
Oh, that's interesting. I'm stuck on it. Look at that. Alright.
Checkpoint.
I'm pretty hungry,
Checkpoint.
so I have 3 laps to do and then I'll be done with this ship test. So,
Checkpoint.
then I say we go, or we reheat some food or something with food. All I've had is a couple cookies.
Checkpoint. 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 Lab complete. Checkpoint. 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 Lab complete.
That's a decent lap.
Checkpoint. 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 Checkpoint.
Oh, come on. Okay, anyway. 1:13:51. That's what we're calling a good time. That was right out in front of me, I know it. But I just don't want to do another lap. It was a good lap. I mean, that's basically what I'm looking for is like, you know, what was the quality of the lap. All right. So, from that test, as you'd expect, the fastest non-racing ship was the Avenger Stalker, followed closely by the Avenger Titan, and then right behind them was the 300i. Those all had 113s with a couple hundreds behind them. And of course the racing ship blew them, both racing ships blew them both out of the water. The Gamma with a 59 and the Mustang Omega with a 57. So that's all I'm going to do for now. I'll come back on Thursday and do the rest of those. So thanks for watching. If you watched it, thanks for watching Future Person if you're going to watch it. And have a good one. I'm Armored Citizen. Please like, subscribe, drop a comment if you feel like it, and watch next time. Thanks. Bye.